Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Saroke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. From today onwards, we start with our sixth semester. The subject that I will be teaching to you is the automobile engineering subject. The subject code for which is 22656. Myself, Anis Ahmad R. Nadaf. I will be teaching you the subject of automobile engineering for the sixth semester. Before starting with the syllabus, let us understand the teaching and examination scheme. That is the total marks allotted for this subject. This teaching scheme, there are weekly 3 lectures and 2 hours of practical. That is 1 hour of lecture daily and 2 hours of practical once in a week. The total credits for this subject are 5. The paper consists of 100 marks, out of which 70 marks will be of end semester examination that will be conducted by the MSBT, and the remaining 30 marks will be the progressive assessment, which is based on your micro project plus the class test marks. Remaining practical marks are 50 marks, in which end semester examination, that is, this subject has the 25 marks external oral, based on which you will be given marks out of 25 for end semester examination, and progressive assessment 25 marks that will be given based on your performance on the practicals and the completion of your journal. The total marks allotted for this subject are 150 marks. Let us discuss the course outcomes for this subject that you will be learning at the end of this semester or after the completion of the syllabus of this subject. The first is prepare vehicle layouts with chassis specification. Different types of vehicle layouts with chassis specification preparation will be studied in this chapter, in this subject. Second, interpret power flow diagrams of transmission systems. Power flow diagrams, that is the flow of power that usually takes place from the engine to the vehicle in different vehicle layouts, will be studied in this subject. Third, select suitable braking and steering system for different applications. Different braking and steering systems are required as per the different application, which will be studied in this subject. Fourth, select suspension for different application. As I said, the braking system, the steering system, the suspension system, in this the electrical system are all different as per the different applications, which will be studied in this subject. Fifth, prepare simple electrical and electronic circuits for automobile system. The simple electrical and electronic circuits used in automobile system will be able to prepare at the end of this subject. And last, select service tools for relevant service operation in automobile shops. That is a small part of automobile garage practices as Motor Vehicle Act will be studied in this subject. Let us discuss the syllabus wise mark distribution for this subject. There are total 6 chapters for this subject. The mark distribution for the each subject is given below in the table. There are total 6 chapters, as I said. First is Introduction to Automobile, which carries 10 marks. Second is Automobile Transmission System, which carries 14 marks. Automobile Transmission System is the main part of the chapter, or of the subject, because in this we are going to learn the different types of clutch, gearbox, as transmission system. The energy or power transmission systems will be learned in the second chapter. Third chapter is automobile control system, as I said, the different controlling automobile controlling in systems such as the braking system, steering system will be studied in the third chapter, which again consists of 10 marks. Fourth is automobile suspension, wheels and tires. This is also again a good chapter on which in which the suspension system and the different types of suspension system will be studied. The tires, different types of tires will also be studied. Fifth is automobile electrical and electronic system. This again chapter has a higher weightage of 14 marks out of the 70 marks in the syllabus. This is also an important chapter as the different electronic or electrical equipments used in automobiles will be studied in this chapter. And the last is Motor Vehicle Act, Road Safety and Garage Practices. In this chapter, we will be learning the different Motor Vehicle Act, the symbols that are used for the informatory purposes to the passengers, the safety procedures that has to be followed, and the garage practices that are done and to ensure that the garages are run properly. This chapter again consists of 10 marks. The total syllabus is of 70 mark is divided into 6 chapter as the given marks. Starting our first chapter, unit number 1, Introduction to Automobile. It consists of 10 marks. In this chapter, we are going to learn different types of automobiles, is introduction, vehicle layout, components of automobile, and the different types of automobiles, that is LPG, hydrogen fuel, all electric vehicle, etc. The learning objectives of today's session will be number 1. First, we will be studying the history of automobile industry, that is how automobile industry have been developed and what is its current scenario in the world. We will be studying or we will be listening to the history of automobile industries. Second, identify various types of automobile. The different types of automobile or classification of automobile will be studied in today's session. Starting first point, introduction to the automobile. How can an automobile be defined as? Automobile ला कसं define करणार? Automobile can be defined as the self-propelled vehicle carrying its own motive power unit which will be running on ground. म्हणजेच ऑटोमोबाईल म्हणजे सेल्फ प्रोपेल्ड व्हेकल, स्वतःचा वेट स्वतः कॅरी करणारी, ही स्वतः मोटिव्ह पॉवर युनिट घेऊन चालणारी गाडी म्हणजे तुमची ऑटोमोबाईल. It is also defined as a wheeled vehicle carrying its own motive power unit. Present age is called the age of automobile or self-propelled vehicle. A vehicle producing power within itself for propulsion is known as self-propelled vehicle. For example, it is moped, motorcycle, etc. Germany is the birthplace of automobile. The first automobile powered by steam engine was built in France by Nicolas Joseph Cognat in 1769 to 70. It was a three-wheel vehicle having speed of 2.5 miles per hour. Oliver Evans in 1805 operated his Evans amphibian for the first time in Philadelphia, America. This vehicle was designed with the four wheels and the body was in the form of flat boat. Two outstanding successes in America were Stanley Steamer and the White Steam Car introduced in 1895 and 1902 respectively. Both of these automobiles gave excellent performance. The Stanley Steamer car was being first self-propelled vehicle to attain the road speed of 160 km per hour. The development of an internal combustion engine for automobile was accelerated the change in production of vehicle. The first practical automobile fitted with IC engine which ran on city gas was ignited by electric spark plug by Belgium inventor Eni Lenor in 1860. In 1866, Nicholas Otto, an Enginewagen of Germany, invented a four-stroke engine which was predecessor of modern gasoline engine. It was again modified by Gottlieb Daimler, who substituted oil for gas in 1986. Daimler presented a high-speed IC engine which revolutionized automotive transportation. In 1896-97, Germany, France, England, America, considerable work was carried for the development of gasoline automobile, and until 1910, the automobile was in experimental stage. In India, the first car was imported in 1898 and it is continued for about 50 years. Sir M. Vishwasarya made an establishment of automobile industry in 1935. The first automobile industry in India, that is Hindustan Motor Limited at Calcutta, came in the year 1947, and then the Premier Automobile Limited at Mumbai in 1948. Initially, they manufactured cars. Today, there are a lot of the industries developed which manufacture the cars. We know some of them such as Tata, Mahindra, Bajaj, etc. India Indian automobile industry is taking big leaps forward on three fronts in preparation for entering 21st century. These are the technical gaps are being bridged not only between India and the world but also between the present and future. Almost every company is introducing new engine which is smaller, powerful and lighter and more efficient. The vehicle owners and users have a great choice of vehicle. So manufacturing company look at the customer needs and develops the model as per the customer needs, introducing new features. And the vehicle manufacturers are concentrating on their plant and manufacturing process is changing with a view to provide greater economy and efficiency in production and better reliability, endurance and performance in vehicle. Next is the classification of automobiles. Below image shows the classification of automobiles. Question related the same has been asked in previous examination for the classification of automobiles. The automobile can be classified into different types which we will be discussing one by one. First, according to the use, that is passenger cars, goods carriage, special purpose, earth moving, motorcycle, that is bikes and mopeds. Second, according to the capacity, that is heavy transport vehicle, that is trucks and buses, and light transport vehicle, that is car, jeeps, minibus, matador, etc. According to the fuel used, we know petrol vehicle, diesel vehicle, gas vehicle, and we also know now the hybrid vehicle or solar vehicle which runs on the solar energy. Fourth, according to the wheels, we know two-wheeler, that is scooter, motorcycle, three-wheeler, that is auto rickshaw, tempo, four-wheeler, car, jeep, tractor, six-wheeler, truck, buses, eight-wheeler, 10-wheeler, 12-wheeler, trailers. These are all classified according to the wheels. Fifth is according to the drive. In according to the drive, there are two types. According to the sitting arrangement, that is driver arrangement, that is left hand drive. Left hand drive is used in American vehicles and old Indian vehicles, and whereas we use the right hand drive. In today's scenario, we use right hand drive. And the second, according to the drive, front axle, that is front wheel drive, example Maruti car. Rear wheel drive, example ambassador, premier, uh, and the last is all-wheel drive, that is Jeep. Next is according to the transmission. According to the transmission, there is conventional, semi-automatic, and fully automatic. Next is according to the suspension system. Suspension system again is classified as two types: conventional suspension system and independent suspension system, which we are going to learn in this subject. Next is according to the engine fitting, that is front engine, rear engine, and last is according to the body construction. According to the body construction, the cars can be defined into two types, that is passenger cars and heavy vehicle oblique truck. In passenger cars, there are sedan, saloon, liftback, that is hatchback, wagon, coupe, limousine, etc. Whereas in heavy vehicle, truck half body, tanker, dumper, etc. Below figure shows the types of automobile bodies: car, jeep, pickup truck, straight truck, half body truck, platform truck, delivery van, tanker, dumper, station wagon, bus, and trailer. This is it. In today's session, we have completed at the first point of our first chapter, the teaching scheme, that is total marks allotted to this subject. Second is course outcomes. The course outcomes of this subject are discussed in this session. Third, total number of units and its distribution according to the marks allotted by the MSBT. And the last, unit number 1, introduction to the unit number 1, in which we have studied the history of automobile and the classification of automobile. Thank you.